Hello everybody, we have just received a new deck in the mail. This is from Patrick Valenza, our own Patrick Valenza at the Deviant Moon Incorporated. This is the Trionfi della Luna Full Spectrum Paradoxical Edition Marseille style deck. A lot of you might be familiar with the Deviant Moon deck. I love that, and I've used it so much both on this platform and on my other ones. So this is by the same creator, very similar art style, extremely loving yet very confronting imagery. So every time we use this artwork in a reading, we always get some very interesting messages come through. So let's see what this deck has to say about divine connections right now. I'm going to give it a good shuffle to make sure that it gets mixed really well before we start pulling cards. I'm trying to put it on my lap when I riffle so that it's not too loud for the camera microphone. In the meanwhile, I hope you all have been doing very, very well, and a very happy Thanksgiving to those of you in the United States who actually celebrate. Let me know in the comments what your plans are for the holidays. Ours is going to be pretty low-key, just family and maybe a few friends, but mostly just family. Pretty quiet. We're all pretty tired, so even today I feel like a zombie, to be honest. I just want to fall asleep. So let's see here. I think this last riffle should be pretty good. What do we need to know about divine connections at this time, Spirit? What energy is coming in? What can we expect for the holiday season here? Cards are flying. Wow. There's a lot of instability here from what it looks like. We've got challenging emotions, spiritual lessons, anxiety coming up. We have both the Ten of Wands and the Ten of Swords. So it could be that either you or the person connected to you is coming out of this energy and stepping into, or at least trying to find their balance. We have the Two of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck here. The Ten of Wands and the Ten of Swords, 10-10. Definite endings here. Cycles are complete. Spiritual lessons are learned. And that's why we have the Five of Cups with the challenging emotions, because it seems like either you or the person connected to you have had to face some very difficult emotions when you learned these spiritual lessons, or when they learned these spiritual lessons. And it seems like these are the lessons that are going to stick because it was so painful. As soon as I split the deck, I got the World card here along with the High Priestess. It's like something triggered inside that just kind of woke up a sleeping dragon, is what I heard Spirit just say. And here we have the Five of Pentacles, another challenging card. And we have the Hermit. It could be that whatever lesson was learned, something was brought up within you or the person connected to you, whoever it is that's learning this lesson. Maybe it's both of you in your own ways. And now there's just this desire to integrate and go inward. If you notice the Hermit here, typically in most Rider-Waite-Smith based decks and even in Marseille style decks, ancient Italian, we see the Hermit with some sort of a lantern, some sort of light. It's either a covered lamp, or sometimes we even see him as Father Time instead of the Hermit, and he could be carrying like an hourglass. In this case, the Hermit's fingers themselves are the lights. So it's like something is sparking from inside you. It's not something that's coming at you from the outside to spark any sort of realization. It's something that is finally being uncovered and let to breathe, to ignite from within yourself. And if you notice, this hermit is actually walking with a stick. So it's like you're having to have some aid in order to maintain your balance for whatever it is that's come up for you. You could be noticing some health issues as well. For some of you, maybe you're feeling under the weather because it's normal at this time of year. And for others of you, the stress, the compounded stress could really be taking a toll on how you're feeling physically. So you're really just being guided to go inwards, listen to that call and go within and not try to push yourself too much. And this is a very similar message to what came through in the previous reading. So it could be that, you know, those previous messages could be for you or your person as well. Let's get some insight here, Spirit. What are these lessons? As soon as I split the deck, we got the Sun card here. And this is a Marseille style deck. So the Sun card is not your typical kid riding out of the garden on a horse. It is two people that are in some sort of connection with each other. They could be siblings, they could be friends. It doesn't feel romantic, but that's not to say that it can't be. But it's also, if you look at the sun, if you look at the face on the image of the sun here, and if you look at what these caricatures are doing, this one is reaching into the belly of the other one. And there's not really a lot of protest, but I do see that this person has their hand under this one's chin. So it's like somebody is reaching within and pulling out from the depths of you something that maybe they're realizing now is there and they want deeper insight into. It could be, you know, something that's been growing within you that has been hindered from fully sprouting or blossoming, and now it's being pulled out. But I feel like this is some sort of confession or secret. That is the main energy that I'm getting here. I feel like whatever somebody needs to say that they have not been truthful about, they've not been speaking up about, is now kind of being pulled out of them. Like their gut is being wrenched and it's being pulled out of them. And it may be being done by somebody that, you know, we see devil's horns on this character here. It could be I'm hearing Spirit say over and over again, evil karmic. And it's kind of comical, but it could be true. I mean, it could be, you know, a major nemesis in this person's life that has been in the guise of a comrade or a companion or even a karmic partner of some sort that really hasn't been good for them, that isn't good for them, but that they are somehow still in some sort of connection with. And now they're doing the devil's work and pulling out whatever needs to be said, whatever needs to be acknowledged here. The elephant in the room, I feel like, is finally being addressed here. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Emperor. So this is actually, as uncomfortable and invasive as this feels and as scary as it is, I feel like it's meant to empower this person. This person is going to put their fears on a leash here. This Emperor has a animal of some sort. It looks like a mix between a dog and a dragon and something else. I don't know what it is, but definitely symbols of fear that we typically would see. And maybe this person is finally going to gain some control over those fears that they've been harboring. It feels like whatever was in their belly was not coming out because of insecurities that they've been fighting, because of, you know, emotional imbalance that they have not been able to find the right time, or they constantly feel like it has to be the right time before they say or do anything. And Spirit's just saying you can't keep waiting like that anymore. The time is now. It's time to find your balance. As soon as I stopped shuffling, we got the Temperance card. So it's time to detoxify now. It's time to purify your emotions, your inner self, your inner world. It's time to cleanse yourself of whatever baggage this karmic connection or cycle in your life has brought. And it's time for a new beginning. Cannot make this up. I just saw this, the Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck. This is meant to spark inspiration here. This is meant to, you know, ignite something new within you, just like we saw with the Hermit's fingers. And this light is going to be emanating out of you. If you notice in this Ace of Wands, there's this green substance right here that's also, you know, shown as little droplets around this wand. So it's like it's coming out of here. It's coming out of here and it's being spread out into the world from within. So this is, you know, something that had been dormant, that had been hibernating within either you or the person connected to you, or both of you. And finally, it's, I just heard Spirit say, finding its voice. So maybe that voice that had been lost for so long, that wasn't allowing the expression of love to take place, is now being uncovered. As soon as I stopped shuffling, again, we have the Lovers right there at the bottom of the deck. This Lovers card is not even about choices. It's about unity. It's about stability. It's about protecting your emotions, but in a healthy way. It's about feeling grounded enough within yourself to have some sort of leash on your vices, whatever those vices may be. In this case, it could be honest communication is troubling. We have the Devil card here again, and if you notice how this face actually looks really sad down here, you know, near the sacral and solar plexus of this devil creature, that whatever you've been suppressing has actually become very, very heavy. It's causing a lot of emotional pain and emotional burden. We have the Nine of Wands that also had flipped out with that. You having your walls up, or your person having their walls up, has taken its toll over time. And instead of preparing you or them for facing, you know, whatever needs to be faced, it actually disempowered you for a much longer period than it should have, but it was kind of necessary in order for the lessons to be fully learned. And now that those lessons have been learned, they're just being integrated, and a new beginning with new habits is definitely underway. I keep seeing the Ace of Pentacles card in my third eye, which to me definitely, you know, is not just a tangible new beginning and new doors opening, but it's also new habits. It's new versions of you that slowly take birth as a result of the lessons you've learned and the cycles you've completed. So anything else, Spirit? Any last oh my gosh, you guys, this is why I shuffle on camera. The Ace of Pentacles. You cannot make this stuff up. You just can't. There's a breakthrough, a lot of realizations here with the Ace of Swords. This is definitely a mental breakthrough. This is, wow, I see the light now that I have not been able to see in ages. And this card is the Queen of Swords reversed. So it's opening your heart and softening to what maybe you had become hardened to as a result of fear, as a result of being conditioned through past experiences. It's about opening up and softening into a more emotionally connected individual, rather than being too cerebral and just rationalizing everything and closing your heart chakra off. So that is what I'm getting for now. I do hope this helps. Let me know in the comments what resonated, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Everybody that's celebrating, have a wonderful, happy Thanksgiving to you and your loved ones. If you're not celebrating, I hope you get to do whatever makes you feel good. If you're feeling disconnected, I hope that you get to spend your holiday in the way that makes you feel whole, in the way that makes you feel fulfilled. Whatever it is that your heart desires, that brings you the comfort you need, I hope that's what this holiday season brings you. So much love to everybody. Bye now.